Hot dogs, my favourite. Actually, I don't think they are anymore. Hot dogs are a pretty disgusting mix of disregarded meat parts, fats and starch. They also mix it with something called cereal filler, which is breadcrumbs and flour. It sounds pretty awful, right? Well, that's not it. Once they have that big gloopy mess, they chuck in a load of toxic dyes and artificial flavours. Greek yogurt produces millions of pounds of toxic acid whey every year. It takes 3 to 4 ounces of milk to produce just 1 ounce of creamy Greek yogurt. The rest is just that acid waste. It's illegal to dump this waste as spills from cheese whey once killed tens of thousands of fish and destroyed all nearby aquatic life. Concentrate orange juice. This is usually marketed as juice freshly squeezed from oranges in Spain or Florida or somewhere else quite exotic. The fact is it's not freshly squeezed at all, and most of the time it's been stored in a tank for well over a year. Nice. The process starts with the juice being chemically stripped of oxygen so it can be stored as mentioned. During this process it loses much of its natural flavour. Because it's lost a lot of flavour, the manufacturer adds artificial flavour packs to give it a boost and to make sure all the juice tastes the same. Maraschino cherries are bleached of their natural colour and then dyed with artificial colouring. The cherries are bleached in a solution of calcium chloride and sulfur dioxide until they turn yellow. They are then marinated in vats of corn syrup and dye to regain their supposed more attractive colouring. It takes hundreds of cows to make a single glass of milk. Most of the time these cows live in horrible cramped environments. Although this is being phased out in most farms for cows, pigs and chickens etc, it still goes on in quite a few places. For cows to produce milk they need to have babies. These babies are taken and sold to a slaughterhouse. The milk the cow produces that was intended for that baby goes to us. The milk is then separated into fat, protein and parts, and this is to make whole, low fat and skimmed milks. It's then processed, heated and bottled and delivered to your local store. Most canned soups still contain MSG even though the labels say otherwise. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate. It's a controversial flavour enhancing additive that's used to restore some of the flavour lost in the canning process. It's been known to cause side effects like headaches, rashes, numbness and excessive sweating. MSG does naturally occur in small amounts in some vegetables, so food manufacturers get away with not labelling MSG and instead list it as yeast extract or hydrolyzed protein. Grated cheese contains a rather odd ingredient. That ingredient is wood pulp. Wood pulp is actually quite a common additive and it's used so food doesn't clump together in the packaging, and it goes by the name of cellulose. Cellulose is also used in things like ice cream and salad dressings to give more texture. After cellulose is added to the cheese, they also throw in loads of artificial colourings. And believe it or not, they also do this to organic cheese. The colour of uncooked bacon isn't its natural colour. The raw bacon hangs on a line and slowly goes through a conveyor belt. It's here that it's sprayed with something known as red rain, which is basically artificial colouring. We all think we're being super healthy when we buy a packaged ready-made salad for our lunch. Truth is, that's not quite the case, as some salads contain the same chemicals which are used in antifreeze. The main chemical is propylene glycerol, and it's used to keep the salad fresh for as long as possible. That would all be just fine, except from propylene glycerol in concentrate form can cause some pretty nasty skin irritations. When we're shopping for meat at the local supermarket, most of us like to buy the meat based on how fresh it looks. Well, the truth is, appearances can be deceiving, as the meat is never as fresh as it looks. Some meats are treated with carbon monoxide to make them retain their colour. Yup, carbon monoxide. The same stuff that can kill us in large doses. And that brings this list to an end. If you enjoyed the video, then it would be much appreciated if you give it a thumbs up and shared it. If you're new around here, then why not subscribe for new videos just like this every week. Anyways, I jolly well hope you liked it, and as always, thanks for watching.